Stevie Fast Jackson, Bahrain 1 Racing, here inside the studio to do a little Q&A. This will be our first Q&A video of 2021. 2020 was a difficult year for us as well as I'm sure all of you at home. Thank you guys for your patience with our race team and our sport as a whole. And thank you guys for continuing to support the vendors and manufacturers as well as us racers that keep our industry going. Hopefully we've got 2020 behind us and we're looking forward to a prosperous 2021. Haven't done Q&A in a little while, so we've got a bunch of questions lined up. Some of you guys never cease to make me laugh, and I love doing these things. So we're going to dive right into it. If you guys have any questions that you would like us to answer in Q&A, just comment, subscribe, comment, click on the bell icon on a YouTube video, and we will do our best to get them stacked in here. Here's a question for next Q&A. If all NHRA Pro Mods were the same weight and engine displacement, and there was no limit on turbo size or overdrive for roots and centrifugal blowers, what would be the quickest and fastest combo? If the supercharged combination, meaning the roots, was limited to a roots supercharger and there was no limit on turbo size, the turbo car would crush it. They're far more efficient as far as parasitic loss, and a turbo versus a roots, the turbo is just a more efficient power adder. I can't speak to the centrifugal because we don't know what they will run yet. We have no idea where the limit of that is yet. If we were going to have the same weight and no rules and you let me run a screw charger, the C rotor is the most efficient power adder on the planet and would crush a turbo car into oblivion. I started 20 years ago eradicating turbos from the face of the earth. I think we're down to one left, maybe two. So give me about 6 more months. I'll have the last of the turbo combination squashed. Then all will be right with the world, and it will be a nitrous and supercharged racing environment again. All you turbo guys, I'm sorry I had to stomp you out into oblivion. The keyboard warriors want to know why you don't run a Janis Hat and blower setup. I'm a fan of Pro Mod on Facebook, and we all want to know what your idea is on that setup. Thanks, Kelly from Toledo, Ohio. What about the Buckeyes? I don't know by the time we get this edited if it'll be too late, but what about the Buckeyes destroying Clemson last night? So, as you can see, this was not by accident. I wore my CFH hat. I believe Chuck Ford superchargers are the best, and that's why we run that. Mike Janus, Mike Sr. and Jr. do an awesome job. They have a championship-winning team over there, so they make, obviously, a good product. If everybody ran the same stuff, it wouldn't be fun to dog each other out. And I love ribbing those guys when we crush them. Normally when we race anybody with a Janus blower, especially in NHRA, it's a good race. They obviously have a good product. I like Chuck. Me and him think a lot alike. I'm very loyal when it comes to that stuff. So as long as Chuck doesn't fire me, I'm going to be running a Chuck Ford supercharger. That hat that they run looks like an alien baby was birthed with a piece of billet aluminum. So although I'm sure it's efficient, that thing just looks like a mailbox is bolted on the hood. So I don't like it. I like a slim, little, cool carbon fiber hat. What I'd really like to run is the hat that's on the Shadow in the NHRA car. Where it would be a foot over the roof. But the problem is, A, that'd be illegal, and B, it would slow it down about 10 miles an hour. Phil Schuler is constantly on me to put a shorter injector on the Shadow. It's like a big piece of plywood hanging up there, but I told him unless it runs 10 miles an hour faster, I want a taller injector. So that's my... Supercharger's supposed to be mean and obnoxious and look really cool, so performance is secondary to how badass it looks. That's probably going to piss a lot of people off. Stevie, big fan here. Quick question. Is there a reason you run the Brad Hemi's versus the Alan Johnson stuff? I may be old school, but I assume Alan's stuff was the best. Again, comes down to loyalty. Alan Johnson makes awesome engine program. I've been running Brad Anderson stuff for a long time. Jeremy and Brad, the service that they give us is second to none, and they make big power run good. I also run some Noonan stuff, same thing, good customer service and a tremendous product. No really reason other than that. I enjoy the rivalry between all the Ho-Line cars and everybody else. So with Alan supporting the pro line customers, it makes a fun little rivalry to do that. So, and that'll get heated up a lot more in 2021. You guys are going to get to see some fun stuff with that. Would you ever make a pass on a pro stock bike if given the chance? Been curious after seeing the Harleys in the shop. Absolutely not. The things are too slow and quiet and obnoxious, and I'm too probably fat to ride one. So probably not. I love riding my motorcycle, love my Harley, love going out riding with my boys, but probably not. There was a time I used to race motocross. I think that pro stock bike would be more exciting if they'd line up about 8 of them at one time and race them like a motocross. Just blaze them out there, and then we could get them done in 2 rounds. A lot of respect for the guys and girls that ride those things. People ask me all the time, same thing about Nitro Harley. Would you ever get on Nitro Harley? Hell no. No way I'm getting on that death trap. The folks that ride them things are badass, and I definitely wouldn't want to fight them. And if I ever tell you that something's a bad idea, it's a really bad idea. So you should file that into your life decisions of things not to do. Not bagging on the pro stock bike folks, just not my cup of tea. Thing only makes like 80 horsepower or something. I have 2 questions. If they have Radial versus the World versus Pro Nitrous or Pro Modified, which car would you rather have? Pro Modified, the Radial car. Please do a video with you and Phil Schuler talking about how you met and your beginnings in the drag racing until where you are right now. So we've done this. We did this at the Shakedown. We ran Radial versus World cars versus Pro Nitrous and Pro Mods. And as a group, the Pro Mod cars kicked our butt. 2 reasons. One, just that race was kind of a difficult race for radial tire combinations. The radial tire car on a perfect track is faster. The big tire car is more adjustable if the track is not perfect. So it would be a at the event choice. If I had to just pick one all the time, it'd be hard. But given an event, walk out and look at the racetrack, look at the air, and then I'd have to pick. It's hard to say that one would dominate all the time. If all we raced at was perfectly manicured tracks, there was no bald spots, the air was good, the radial car will smash the big tire car every time. Sun comes out, that big tire car is going to win more on average. As far as getting Phil Schuler in a Q&A video, you have a better chance of seeing Haley's comment lane in your backyard. That joker, I have tried to get him to do YouTube videos with me before, and like when he sees a camera, he's the loudmouthest guy that I know. Is that a word, loudmouthest? The loudmouthiest guy that I know. But you point a camera at him, he runs like a 10-year-old child. So, damn drivers, y'all can keep beating on that, and I'll keep working on it. If we could get him on camera, it'd be pretty good. I'd have about 10 lawsuits in about 35 minutes, but we keep an attorney on standby for that. So. My flag boy and your flag boy sitting by the fire. Phil tells it like it is. You think I tell it like it is? Phil tells it like it is. He tells me I'm stupid every single day. I got to call him because I don't think he's told me I'm stupid yet today. How are you guys faster on radials and big tires? Ask a few guys now. The reason the radial tire is faster is because it's more efficient. It can take advantage of a stickier racetrack with more traction. I get asked this question a lot by the novice fan. If you could manage, and they're working on this now, all this progressive technology, shock, I don't know, speak shock lingo. If you could make a big tire car go down the racetrack on a radial tire car, it would probably be faster. But the problem is running the low air pressures that they have with the sidewall that they have developed. It makes it to where the radial tire can take advantage of an over-prepared racetrack. If you take a 135-degree racetrack and don't do a lot of prep to it, the big tire will outrun the radial pretty much all the time. But the radial tire is more capable of taking advantage of a super sticky, well-manicured track. If you were to build a radial that's 36 by 17 and a half and get it all worked out with a steel-belted sidewall, it would outrun a 315. Just like the 315s outrun the 275s and the 275s outrun the 235s. Just 315 became the spec, and that's kind of how we ended up on that size. But the radial tire is just more efficient. It's lighter, and it produces more forward movement of the race car per revolution of the tire because the track's stickier. That's about short as I can make it. I could dive off into that, and we could spend 820 hours in there.
0:15 reaction time for Stevie Fast. Jackson 3:505 at 213 miles an hour. The quickest run in history, and on the doorstep of the 340s is Stevie Fast.
Question for upcoming Fast Lane. Did the 2019 Pro Mod Championship trophy get added to the wraparound shelf in the shop, or was it sent to Sheikh Abdullah over in Bahrain? So the 2019 trophy is sitting dead middle of my TV on the wraparound trophy shelf. We had Sheikh Abdullah a custom-made Shah trophy that we had done and delivered. It's very personalized. I need to get some pictures of it and see if we can put it up. And that is what he got for 2019. Now 2020, we took him the actual real deal over there, and I ordered a duplicate for our shop. Have plans. We're gonna win about 10 or 12 more Pro Mod championships, and then we're gonna build us a actual custom trophy case for those and stack them up. But Sheikh Abdullah, I was just in Bahrain 2 weeks ago, and the first thing you see when you walk in his place is that trophy sitting there, and it's pretty special. My man at Cold Hard Art did a good job on it.